Hey everyone, today I have another layout update. Alright, I've done a ton of work on the layout, so let's just get started. I don't know if you've really seen in some more recent videos, but I did this ballasting here a few weeks ago, or maybe just a week ago or something like that. But it's turned out amazing, it looks great, and it's, yes, one of the biggest parts of ballasting I have had to do, and I think it turned out really nice. I think the whole aesthetic of the layout is working out really good. And again, with the sort of era, I suppose, it's not really an era, but it's more of just a feel and aesthetic, like I said. So it's not going to particularly completely pertain to the 1960s, as I previously said. I'm just going to kind of stick to what I like. And most of it will, I guess, kind of be passable as 1960s. But I've added some details over here. You know, I've weathered some things further. I've weathered the road and detailed it a little bit. But let's move on to the area where I've done a whole ton of work. Alright, here I am on the other end of the layout, and you've seen this area in one of my previous videos. I did this around the same time as I did that, and then I stopped right around here. And then, just today, I actually did the ballasting from here all the way to the edge of the layout there. And, of course, it's all the same techniques, and with the switches, I had to be really careful with where I got the glue so that the stuff wouldn't interfere with the, I guess, mechanics of the switches. And then up here, actually, I've got a little park. That's obviously a bit of cardboard that's just covering up something and it's glued down, but I'll get something over that to kind of cover it up a little bit more, and I'll get a fence or just kind of a wall right here so that, you know, it'll look a bit better. And I was planning on just having a big building here, I guess a more modern building, but I decided not to because it would obscure the rest of this area and it wouldn't really fit as far as I think. Whereas, I guess that's the idea of it. This wall has kind of been plastered, or I guess plastered with some the stuff that I used for the roads. And same with this here. Before I laid down the ballast and the grass texture and such, I just paved this area just for station platforms. Right here on this bridge, I kind of added some grass on it as well. I thought that it would blend in a little bit more, although I'm not sure how I'll take this. I am planning, and I actually did make some trim for the outside of this, so it looks really nice. I painted it, and it's outside drying right now, so in a future update, that'll be in there. And, of course, I'll probably paint the side of the bridge to match, or I guess sort of stain the side of the bridge. I've kind of gone for a similar look to the other bits of stained wood I have, or I guess the other bits of wood I have for the trim on the other part of the layout is actually just spray painted, but this stuff I actually stained. And I might go back and redo the other trim sometime because it looks a bit unneat. Here we have the other area, the station area, and just kind of a nice camera view of this. So far it's going great. I have to figure out something to kind of cover up that area. Probably building. And I've got little backdrops just to kind of, I guess, give me an idea of what I want for this area. I'll blend those in with some trees and stuff to kind of make them look a little more real. But they're mostly just there to fill out the area and not make it just boring. Of course, this has all been really grassed up because, again, I'm trying to emulate the 1960s, and the stations then, the larger stations, were almost impossible for them to maintenance on the money that they had, or I guess to maintain on the money that they had. So they really got overgrown, and I tried to emulate that. I might leave the platforms just solid concrete, but I'll look at some references to see if I should add in, like, wood paneling or something. I might add in little strips of balsa wood and scratch build a whole bunch of platforms, or like one platform for here, one here, and a little bit of wood here. But for the most part, this is just going to be a very decrepit station, which I think is interesting, and I think it adds interest. Of course, I added in little details like track numbers, which I don't think would be on a real station, but I don't really care. It's just there to dress up things, and I have some random signals that don't mean anything, and a tunnel approach sign, because of course there is a tunnel over there. I've added in a lot of other little details that, you know, you're probably not interested in. But to wrap things up, I've actually went in, put in the facades for the buildings, and I've glued down the street lamps and stuff. I'll paint that area. I won't pave it because I won't bother, and honestly it'll look fine if I don't pave it. Simply paint it black, or maybe gray, probably black. The background sort of building facades, they only come from a couple building kits, or I guess you can tell some of them are from a Plasticville fire station, which I couldn't find room for on the layout otherwise. Then some are from a Woodland Scenics kit that I didn't really find a use for and just kind of salvaged for parts. So I've got to paint all those up and detail them and have them there. Then I also got to make a backdrop for this, like a city backdrop. Might be kind of challenging to blend that in, make it look realistic, but I'm just going to try my best. Not meant to look 100% like trying to trick you into thinking it's real, but it's just meant to look nice, and I think doing a simple city backdrop would look pretty nice. And maybe all I'll have to do is just add in some, I guess, building silhouettes, I suppose. I'm not too sure, but I'll figure it out. I'll see what other people have done and take inspiration off that. Also, you can probably tell, this is a traffic light right here that is illuminated. This is a scratch-built thing, just kind of built around an incandescent green bulb, and that one's always green. Then I have another traffic light here, which is just kind of wired up. I forgot what color this one was. I haven't really turned these on in a while, but they're hooked up to the grid of the layout, and I'll probably have lights behind the building facades as well to add some depth and interest. Well, that is just about it for this layout update. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.